Hey everybody, Chris here. Welcome back to another episode of Woodmere Estate Revival. It's a very special 4th of July edition. We've got Old Glory flying on the pool fence behind us there, and we are getting ready to get some work done. We've been working on the hillside behind the house. We stripped all the vines and junk off the old fence. We took the fence down. Yesterday we worked taking all the old tree trunks and briars and vines and debris off the hillside. We've still got more cleanup to do there. We've got the skid steer on loan for a few days from our contractor who just wrapped up their part of the job, and so we're going to make good use of it while we have it. I'm going to be using it today to move piles of firewood, move sections of fence, any debris that is hard to move by hand. I'm going to be using the skid steer to move that stuff around, so it's going to make it a lot easier. We're not going to work all day. We do have some plans with friends and family for 4th of July, so we're going to get some stuff knocked out this morning and probably into early afternoon, and then take a break, shower up, and go enjoy the evening. So let me show you around a little bit and give you an idea where we're starting out today. So you can see the big pile of firewood sitting here by the pool fence. That fence has got to come down. We've got to get it out of here so we can begin to dig out around the pool and do our excavating for our plumbing that is going to be installed in the side of the pool. So we got to get that fence out of here. Before we can do that, we got to get this firewood out of here. Some of it's junk, it's just old pine bits and stuff, so we're going to probably toss that in the dumpster or put it in the burn pile. The rest of it is pretty decent firewood, at least for the fire pit or outdoor fireplace, so we're going to take that down to the other end of the property and get that stacked. We're also going to move these poles out of here. I laid all those there to cut up at a later date. Those were a lot of the trees that were growing up around the pool, if you can believe it. It was amazing to see how many trees there were around the pool, and now to look at it, minus the trees, minus the brick patio, minus the coping and tile. I mean, what a transformation on this pool. We're looking at building a set of steps probably about 5 to 6 feet in diameter. They are called wedding cake steps. So it's a tiered step that's going to be semicircular over in that corner, and that'll allow for people to easily get in and out of the pool. It'll allow for the little kids to sit on the stairs and have a place to play. So it is a fairly deep pool. It's around 4 feet even in the shallow end, and then of course really drops off over there in the deep end. So we wanted a place to make it easy for people to get in and out and just kind of sit in the water if they don't want to swim. So we're going to be working on that. But anyways, back to today's task. I'm going to get all this stuff moved out of here. We've seen some snakes around here. They seem to like this. It's a good place to hang out, so that's another incentive to get rid of that stuff. And then as you can see, there's sections of fence over there that I got to move. There's trunks that are on this hillside over here that still need to be cut down and cut into bits and transported out here, so I'm going to be working on that. There's a pile of firewood over there, and then all along the fence line, well, where the fence line used to be, there's trunks and bits of chunks and firewood and everything that I cut down, and now it's just kind of laying back there. So I'm going to switch from the forklift attachment to the bucket attachment here in a little bit, and then come along here and kind of stack all that stuff up in the bucket, and then move that on down out of here and take it to the other end of the property. So I'm going to get started. It is already heating up down here. I think it's 84 degrees in the shade, 93 degrees with the heat index, so it's going to be another scorcher. I got to work in long sleeves and pants, unfortunately, because of all the poison ivy, so I'll be sweating like a hog here shortly. But hang out with us today, and let's see what we can get accomplished. Man, it is a scorcher today. I just took a quick break in front of the fan to drink some water, try to cool off a little bit. I've already sweat through my shirt, and it's just getting hotter the rest of the day. I already got the skid steer, the forks on the skid steer loaded up with a whole load of logs, as you can see behind me. That thing is just chock full of poles and trunks and everything from off the hillside and from around the pool. So I've got those loaded up. Next step, I'm going to haul those down to the other end of the property and drop them off on our log pile down there. I'll keep you guys posted on everything as we move along. Well, that just about wraps up this edition of Woodmere Estate Revival. We've been down here since this morning working on cleanup, and we've had the skid steer with the forklift attachment. We've had the skid steer with the bucket going through, picking up pieces of fence, logs, trash, dirt, I mean everything you could possibly imagine, chunks of old sidewalk and everything else, and hauling all that stuff out of here to really get this place cleaned up. We just had the use of the skid steer for a couple extra days. Contractor's going to be picking that up here in a day or so, and we've been trying to make good use of that. So let me show you what all we got accomplished today. So looking over here, you can see that all the stacks of old fence that were leaning against that tree over there are gone. Everything's gone. That was leaning against the fence over there, and All of the old fence that was stacked up over here is gone, and all of those long poles we got stacked up and hauled out of here, so all those are gone. And then over here around the front of the place, we picked up another bunch of boards, cleaned up some of the dirt and broken chunks of sidewalk off of the front of the house. Back here we used the bucket and the forks to pick up a bunch of logs and everything all along the wall here. So we've done more cleanup along the back here. So we've gotten a whole lot of this stuff picked up and cleaned up and made good use of the forklift and the bucket attachment on the skid steer. We really appreciate those guys leaving that behind for us so we could finish cleaning this place up. So overall, very productive morning and afternoon, but now it's time to wrap up and go enjoy a little bit of the 4th of July. So thank you guys again for tuning in. We appreciate that. Please be sure to hit that subscription button so you don't miss a single episode of Woodmere State Revival. Also, give us a like if you would. Got any comments or questions, leave those below. And be sure to tune in for the next episode. Share the channel with your family and friends. We've got a lot of great subscribers. We want to keep earning more of those, so please keep spreading the word about our channel. Thanks again. Take care, and we'll see you again real soon.